This is Detective Fogle of the Orange County Sheriff's Office. Today is Thursday, May the 31st, 2012. The time is approximately 03:55 hours. Conducting the follow-up investigation in case number 12-47698. I'm here at 92 West Miller Street, Arnold Palmer Hospital for Children. I'm on the second floor, pediatrics ICU. I am in the conference room. With me is Deputy Gerard Davis, DCF investigator Genevieve Hickman, and state your name, sir.
Wilfred Exilasse.
Wilfred Exilasse. And this is in reference to 4-year-old Elijah Exodus, who's up here in ICU with severe head trauma. And state his injuries for me, Deputy Davis.
A subdural hematoma.
Yes. 4-year-old Elijah, how you pronounce it?
Exilasse.
Exilasse sustained subdural hematoma while in the care of his father, Mr. Wilfred Exilasse. I'll be conducting an interview with Mr. Wilfred Exilasse. Mr. Exilasse, could you, first of all, let me ask you this. First of all, raise your right hand for me. Do you swear the statement you're about to give is going to be true and correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You do understand that I am recording our conversation, correct?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you're not in custody at this time?
Yes, sir.
You put your hand down. Okay. Do you feel like you're in police custody at this time?
No.
Where are you sitting at right now?
The hospital.
In the hospital, in the conference room, correct?
Yes.
Okay. That door is unlocked, correct?
Yes.
Okay. At any given time, you understand that you're free to walk out and leave at any given time. You understand that? Has anyone at any time threatened, coerced, or promised you anything in order to get you to talk to me at this time? Have I threatened, coerced, or promised you anything in order to get you to talk to me at this time?
No.
Okay. So you understand that you're not in police custody?
Yes.
Okay. So, first of all, state your name for me. Spell it.
Wilfred. Last name Exilasse.
Your date of birth.
May 18, 1985.
May 18, 1985. And how old are you?
I'm 27.
And what's your address?
It's 5426 Cross Creek Drive, apartment 203,
Go ahead.
Orlando, Florida 32839.
What's your address? What's your phone number?
407-393-7364.
Okay.
Can I also give you my email address?
Yes.
It's Will, WILL _ Exilasse, EXILASSE @yahoo.com.
Okay. All right. And first of all, let me get a background on you and your relationship with your son and his mother. First of all, where's his mother?
In Colorado.
In Colorado. How long were you and his mother in a relationship?
We weren't in a relationship.
First of all, what's his mother's name?
Felicia Lubin.
Felicia Lubin. Okay. Did she ever live here in Orlando, or you met her in?
She lived here in Orlando.
She lived in Orlando. And how did you all meet?
We went to church when we was younger. I was in the military at the time.
What branch of the military?
Marine Corps.
Okay.
I was going through a divorce at the time, and I came home on leave one time, and that's how Elijah was born.
Okay, so how long were you in a relationship with Felicia?
I wasn't in a relationship with her. We just hooked up when I was here for about a week and a half on leave.
Okay, so you met her, and y'all had sex like immediately afterwards?
We grew up together in church. But
so you knew her from
church?
You knew her from back in the day?
Yes.
You knew her from earlier?
Yes.
Okay. And did y'all keep in touch while you were in the military?
No.
Okay. So when you came, how did you get in contact with her when you came here on leave?
I met her actually at church. I went to church with my mother one time.
You went to church, so you saw her at church?
Yes.
Okay. And, I mean, right after that, how long after that did you all engage in sexual intercourse?
2 days, a day later.
A day later. And how long after that did you find out she was pregnant?
I would say about a month and a half, 2 months. She said that she was pregnant, or she said she thought she was pregnant, and then she got in an argument with me about an abortion, and then she said that she told me that she was gonna get the abortion and never talk to me again, and she hung up the phone.
Did you want her to get the abortion?
No, I told her it's not. I feel like it wasn't my decision, but it's her body, and
okay. So how did you feel about that? How did you feel about her getting an abortion?
I was on the borderline with it because I kind of knew her situation, but at the same time, when I kind of, because of how my divorce ended, I kind of wanted a kid, so I was on the borderline with it.
You was on the borderline, so you didn't know whether you really wanted the child or not.
With her.
With her.
Yes.
Okay. How long after? I mean, how long? When did you find out that she did not get an abortion and she carried the baby full term?
When I was in Kuwait.
When you were in Kuwait, and how did you find out?
A letter from my mother.
Okay. And what did the letter state?
That she thinks Felicia's pregnant, and that they serve, I think, child support papers at my house.
Okay. And when they served child support papers at the house, how did it make you feel? What's your feeling on it?
She never told me anything, so I wanted to get a DNA test.
That's what I'm asking. What was your feelings on her serving the child support, or you being served with child support papers?
I really didn't have any feelings about it because I didn't know if the child was mine or not yet.
Okay. So you requested a DNA test?
Yes.
And was that DNA test performed?
Yes.
Where was it performed at?
Through LabCorp.
Here in Orlando?
Yes.
Okay. And what was the results of that DNA test?
And the child was mine.
The child was yours. Okay. And how did you feel about that?
I was happy at the time because once I got the DNA test back, like, I would say like within a week, she got Baker acted. So I got custody of my child.
How old was your child at that time?
About, I would say when I took possession of him, he just turned 1, maybe a month later.
So you had returned from Kuwait and you were here in Orlando?
Yes.
And you had custody of your child?
Yes.
Okay. And why was she Baker at?
She, her mother called the cops on her. I think she was, she tried to kill herself before, and then she was, I guess, acting wild at her mother's house, and then they said that she was walking around with the kids naked outside or something. I wasn't here.
Okay. So she was Baker acted, and how did you get custody? Was it through the courts?
No, basically, DCF basically just gave me a call and told me.
Because you were the biological father?
Yes.
Okay. So they placed Elijah in your custody?
Yes.
Okay. And how'd you feel about that?
I was happy.
Do you have any other children?
No.
So that was your first?
Yes.
Do you have any other children now?
No.
Okay. So this is your one and only child?
Yes.
Okay. And what type of child is Elijah?
What do you mean, what type of child? He's,
Yeah,
like personality-wise?
Yeah, personality-wise.
He's, as far as, from what, he's polite, he's, when he gets around other kids, he's friendly, he's before, this is before he came back from Colorado. He's been, he's talkative, he's not afraid of people, he'll approach people.
Let me back you up a little bit. The first time So the first time you ever saw Elijah, how old was Elijah? First time you ever laid eyes on him, how old was
He was, I would say, maybe 3-4 months.
3 or 4 months? And were you still in the military at that time?
Yes.
Were you traveling back and forth?
I came down off of post-deployment leave, and then I went back to North Carolina and basically did all my paperwork to get out the Marine Corps.
Okay. So when you came to Orlando on post-deployment leave, that was the first time you saw Elijah?
Yes.
How'd you feel then? How'd you feel about Elijah?
I felt like he kind of looked like me.
Okay. And did you try and have a relationship with the mother?
No.
No. So there was never ever a relationship with the mother except for sexual relationship.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And did you ever start paying child support?
No, because I had custody.
Okay. And when she was Baker acted and Elijah was placed in your custody, how long did you have custody?
For about a year.
About a good year?
Yes.
And what made you relinquish that custody?
I didn't. She basically she filed a bogus DCF case on me, and
Saying what?
that I was on crack and heroin, that I had no food in the house, that
What was the findings of that report?
nothing. That I went to DCF, to the place off of Michigan, with the letters on the building. They had a doctor see him. They talked to my babysitter. They did investigation in my house, everything, and nothing. Then they came and gave me a drug test.
And did you pass the drug test?
Yes.
Right. Now, when you were out of the military and you had custody of Elijah, were you employed at the time?
Yeah. Yes, I was working security at the time.
Security where at?
At Securitas.
And what were your hours?
I worked overnight from around 11 to around 7. And then once I started going to school, eventually I lost that job because I couldn't
Where were you going to school at?
volunteer criminal justice at the time.
Okay. And how were you taking care of Elijah?
Basically my GI Bill, and I found a job shortly after, so I was still working security.
And did you have a babysitter, or
Yes.
who was
The lady,
taking care of him while you were in school or while you were working or whatever?
the lady that watches him now, she
What's her name?
I believe it's Maria or Mari.
How do you know Maria?
One of my ex-girlfriends, when I first got custody of Elijah, put me in contact with her. She charges $10 a day for me to watch her. When I first got back to Orlando, I tried to find basically
Daycare or something?
daycare or something, but I couldn't afford it. So eventually I just went back to
Maria.
Yes.
Okay. What's Maria's full name? Do you know her full name?
No.
Where does she live?
I don't know I can give you directions.
Okay.
If you go down.
No, you don't have to give me directions. I just thought maybe you had an address or.
I just know.
Do you have a phone number for her?
No, my phone's off, so I didn't even bother getting her phone number when I dropped Elijah off.
Okay. So she basically was taking care of him while you were in school or working or whatever.
Yes.
Okay. You had him for about a year, and during a year, I take it that his mother moved to Colorado.
During that year, his mother, I don't know what she was doing. She wasn't getting in contact with me. I got in contact with her one time. She asked to see him. When she asked to see him, she basically left him wanted to leave him at the bus station. She gave me a voice message to say either come downtown to pick up his son, or I'm just going to give him up to DCF. So OPD called me and told me what she said, and I went to go pick up my son.
And you went and picked him up?
Yes. And
this was after she had been Baker acted and released?
This is approximately three or 4 months before she took him, before she snatched him to go to Colorado.
Okay. So this was after she had been Baker acted and released?
Yes.
Okay. And so you saying she pretty much took him to Colorado without your permission?
Yes. After that, about 3 or 4 months later, she came back and saying that she has everything in line now. She's going to school. Everything's okay. She just wants to see him for the week. And then I was like, I'm tight on money right now. So if you want to help me out with the babysitting or whatever for a week, and you're going to be good and everything, you're staying at your mother's house again. I said you can watch him. Then she took Elijah, and then she's basically doing what she's doing now, not picking up her phone and just.
So, did you file any paperwork with the courts, or did you file a police report saying that your son was missing, or?
At the time, my name wasn't on the birth certificate, so they said that she's technically.
She's a custodial parent.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So when he was placed in your custody, it was through DCF.
Yes.
Was it court ordered? I mean, was it signed by a judge?
It wasn't signed by a judge.
Okay. All right. So pretty much she was still had 100% rights to her child.
Yes.
Okay. Now, while he was in your care, were there any cases with the Department of Children and Families involving Elijah and you? The first time he was in your care. The first time you had custody of him when he was like a year old.
No, not until she called right before. She called DCF right before. No, she called DCF right. DCF came to check. They'll follow up when she left them at the bus station, and then DCF came when she filed the DCF case when she wanted to snatch him.
Okay. Was there ever any allegations of physical abuse?
I think so. I didn't read the it was just the whole statement that she wrote was just a whole bunch of just nonsense. I didn't even bother reading it.
Okay.
I started to read it, but then.
So have you ever been? Let me ask you this: have you ever been charged with child abuse against?
No.
Elijah? Never.
No.
Okay. Are you aware of any reports out there accusing you of physical abuse against Elijah?
Besides the one she wrote to DCF, no.
Now, what did she write to DCF? Was it physical abuse or was it neglect?
I think it was neglect.
Because neglect would be saying that, like you said, you're on drugs, there's no food in the house, you're not taking care of.
Then I guess neglect.
Just neglect?
Yes.
Are you sure that there's not any physical abuse allegations against you involving Elijah?
Pretty sure, because even when the DCF guy came, and first it was a guy, then it was a female, and.
What about the incident involving when his lip was busted?
When his lip was busted?
Yes.
When talking about what do you mean? You're talking about with the
like
DCF guy?
About a year old. Elijah's lip was allegedly busted, and allegedly you informed DCF that he fell, that you spanked him on his bottom, and he fell on his face and busted his lip.
Yes, that they went to go do the investigation and everything, and they had a doctor see him and everything, and
So there was an earlier allegation of abuse. Is what I'm asking.
Yes, but I wasn't accused. I wasn't accused of abuse by them or anything like that.
Okay. You saying you wasn't accused of physical abuse?
Not by DCF or anything like that. No.
Okay. Was there ever a police report?
No. There was the only police report was when she left them at the bus station.
Okay. All right. Now, so he's pretty much been in Colorado for the past, 2.5, 3 years?
No, he's only been in Colorado for about 9 months.
He's only been in Colorado for 9 months?
Yes.
Where was he before that?
He was his mother had him for a period of time. I had him for a period of time. Then she had him for about maybe 3 or 4 months.
Let's back up. You had him when he was a year, correct?
Year, yes. He's about to. He just turned 1 when I got him.
You got it. Now, how long did you have him?
A little bit over a year.
A little bit over a year. So, did he turn 2 in your care?
Yes.
He turned 2 in your care, and then his mother took him and went to Colorado with him, correct?
Yes, about a week before his birthday.
Week before his second birthday or third?
Third birthday.
Okay, so a week before his third birthday, she took him to Colorado. And how long did she have him in Colorado?
About 9 months, I believe.
About 9 months. And while he was in Colorado, when did he return back to Florida, to your care?
He let me see if that makes sense. The 3.
How long have you had him now?
He was 2 something. He's about to turn 3. And then a week before he turned 4, he went to Colorado. I'm not too sure when he went to Colorado because she was living at her mother's house in Poinciana for a couple months.
Let me ask you this. How long have you had him in your custody now?
Now, about a week and a half.
About a week. And where did he come from?
Colorado.
Colorado. How did you come about to get him in your custody?
Her friend Kiki called me and said that she was trying to kill herself in front of the kids, and that she took a whole bunch of pills or something.
Does she have other children?
Yes.
How many other children does she have?
She has 1 more.
And how old is that child?
About 6 or 7.
He's older than Elijah.
She's older than Elijah.
She?
Yes.
So she had that child before Elijah?
Yes.
Okay. And this friend Kiki told you that she had Elijah in her custody?
Yes.
And how did he get back? How did he get from Colorado to Orlando?
I borrowed money to fly up there and call Greyhound back.
You flew up to Colorado. You met with Kiki. You got your son.
At Fort Carson, yes.
And then you came back to Colorado on the Greyhound.
Yes.
Came back to Orlando on the Greyhound.
Yes.
Okay. You brought your son back.
Yes.
You've had him for about a week?
A week and a half.
About a week and a half.
This Sunday, I think, will make 2 weeks.
And how has he been since he's been here in your custody?
He's been not eating. He's been peeing on himself at nighttime and during the day.
Why is that?
I don't know. I have a friend. I told her Dr. Isaac, but we've been trying to talk to him or whatnot. I haven't really sat down and really talked to him about Colorado, but he's just been having, I don't know, I guess behavioral issues. But
let me ask you, are you employed at this time?
at Family Dollar, yes.
How long you been working for Family Dollar?
It's about, I want to say 6 months.
And what are your hours?
It varies. It varies.
Okay. What are your days off?
Varies.
It varies?
Yes.
How many hours a week do you work?
I'd say about, right now, somewhere around 30, 32.
30, 32. Okay. And like I said, how's his behavior been since he's been back from Colorado? Week and a half.
He's been, he's not, bad or, he listens to everything, but he's just kind of been,
Is he hyperactive, or is he an active child, or, does he...
He's not really hyperactive. He's active, but he's not...
Okay.
Really, but
you say he's been wetting the bed a lot.
Well, I never seen him really wet the bed. So after he's been potty trained, he never really wet the bed with me.
Oh, he's 4 now, correct?
Yes, he turns 5 in September.
Right. No, but you said that he's been wetting the bed. That's what you just
Since
told.
he's been back, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You said he's been wetting the bed.
Yes.
And what else? What other behaviors?
Not wanting to eat his food.
Not wanting to eat his food. What else?
And just been, I don't know, kind of timid sometimes, but
okay.
That's it.
Is that frustrating you, or is it?
The eating part, it frustrates me kind of because I think he's getting too skinny right now. But
okay. Let me ask you this: now, when he was he born a healthy child, or did he have any health issues?
I wasn't here.
You wasn't here. Has she told you that he had any health issues?
She doesn't really talk to me about anything.
Sure. Okay. Do you know anything about his medical history?
No, only when been in my care.
Okay. Did he have any health issues when he was a year old and he was in your care for about a year? Did he have any health issues?
No.
How did he eat then? Was he eating normal? And
He was real picky about what he ate, but he'll eat certain type of things, but he wouldn't eat anything you put in front of him. But like now, it's like he's really not eating like as much. I feel like he should be eating.
Right. Is that frustrating you?
A little bit, but we've been talking. My Dr. Eisenbach says he hasn't learned how to chew and swallow. So I try to sit down and basically have to walk through him and tell him chew and swallow at the same chew and swallow.
Okay. And so pretty much this is like kind of new to you. This
Basically.
All right. And you learning how to take care of a 4-year-old.
Yes.
Okay, that's wetting the bed. Like you said, it's not eating properly. What other behaviors could you tell me about?
He listens to me.
He does listen to you?
Yeah, like 98% of the time. So.
Okay. Let me ask you about day before yesterday. How was his behavior then?
It's been the same since he's been back. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay. Tell me about today then. Tell me about the incident today. Tell me what happened.
I got off of work around 4 o'clock. Around 3:45. I went to go pick up Elijah. I stopped
From where?
Maria's house.
Okay.
And once I picked him up, I brought her back home.
You see your ex?
No, the old Haitian lady.
Okay.
I picked him up from Maya's house, brought him back home. Me and him took a bath together. I had a cheeseburger I made for him earlier. I cut up the cheeseburger because it's easier for him to chew and swallow that way.
Okay.
And then he ate about half the cheeseburger, and the rest of the cheeseburger he was holding in his mouth for some reason.
Okay.
He said he had to use the bathroom. I said, you can use the bathroom. I was like, when you come out here, you better chew and swallow your food before you come out here.
Right.
Then he didn't come back out the bathroom yet. I yelled at him to hurry up and come out. Then once I yelled at him to hurry up and come out, I heard a thump. Then when I yelled at him to hurry up and come again, he didn't come right away. And he usually, if I yell and he knows I'm serious, he comes running.
Okay.
And when I yelled again the second time, he didn't come. So then when I went in there, he was crying. And then he turned his head and spit the food out or whatnot. So then I was like, okay. I was going to give him a whooping, but then he was crying, like, so I figured he hurt himself. So I picked him up and I was like, you okay? He was like...
How was he laying in the bathroom?
He was basically fell down and was like this.
Okay. So what type of flooring is in the bathroom?
It's right where the doorway is. It's tile on the floor and carpet. So his hands and head was on the carpet, and his knees his knees, legs were like in the bathroom.
Okay. What did you do?
I picked him up, and then I was holding him for a while, and I told him, be quiet, calm down, are you okay? And he was like, yeah, he's okay. Then I put him down to lay down to sleep. I cleaned up the floor with the food he spit up. I got his bag ready for daycare tomorrow, and I laid down too. I checked up on him before I went to sleep. I got up, checked up on him, and I wake up, and it's been about 3 hours. And usually he only sleeps for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So when I went to go wake him up, he was basically drooling and had like a pinkish tint to his spit or whatnot. So then when I checked his mouth or whatnot, he had like blood around his gums, or I didn't know where the blood was coming from.
Right.
So then when my phone wasn't working at the time, my ex-girlfriend Sandra, she's a nurse. I emailed her on Facebook. She was on Facebook at the time. I was like, he's not responding or whatever. I was like, I don't have gas in my car. I'm gonna try to call 911. If I can't call 911 phone, can you either come get me or call 911 for me? She said, try to rub his chest. If he doesn't respond, he's like, you need to call 911 now. And then I said, okay. I rubbed his chest. He wasn't responding.
Why did you send her a message saying that he's not responding now?
What do you mean?
You said you sent her a message saying that he's not responding.
Because he was awake and perfectly fine when he went to sleep.
Okay. Did the doctors explain to you what type of injury he has?
Yeah, they said that he must have hit the side of his head really hard. And I said that when he went in the bathroom, he wasn't, they didn't even look like he hit the side of his head.
Okay. So, you rub his chest. Who called 911?
I did.
From where?
I tried to use my phone and the call went through.
It did?
Yes.
So you called 911 from your phone. And what did you tell the dispatch? Or what did you tell the 911 call taker?
Exactly what happened. Sam just told me to call 911, tell him exactly what happened. And then just told me basically what to do.
Did you give him your address and everything?
Yes.
Okay. And ambulance responded?
Yes.
And they transported him here?
Yes.
So what has the doctor told you about his injuries?
That he had a blood clot in his head and that his eyes weren't responding.
Okay. All right. Now, let me explain something to you. I understand what you're saying, and, you know, I want to believe you or whatever, but one thing I need you to do is to be totally honest with me.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Because if you're totally honest with me,
yes, sir,
or whatever, we can work this out.
Yes,
You understand
sir.
what I'm saying? But the thing is, if you're not being totally honest with me, we can't work it out.
Yes, sir.
And the thing is we need to be able to work this out.
Yes,
okay?
sir.
Because I'm going to be honest with you. The injuries that he sustained,
Yes, sir.
or whatever, did not come from him falling on the floor like that. Listen to me. It's totally impossible. It's not possible whatsoever. The severity of his injuries is not going to come from him falling on the floor. At his height, at his age, just falling on the floor like that, it's not going to happen.
That's it.
Listen to me, all right? I've been doing this for years,
Yes, sir.
okay? I've dealt with, and she can attest to this, she's been on many calls with me. I've been on calls where 1 month old, 2 months old, 3, 4-year-old babies, 5-year-olds or whatever, have fallen from heights higher than the height of your son, off of beds, off of couches, off of countertops or whatever, and have fallen onto tile floors, wooden floors, or carpeted floors or whatever, and have not sustained an injury to that severity. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So the thing I want you to understand is that him falling on the floor like that, just slipping in the bathroom,
Yes.
it's totally impossible for him to sustain the injury that he sustained.
I don't know. I didn't have a direct line of sight of him, but from the noise I heard, it couldn't be that bad. And the doctor said that it looked like he was in a car accident. He wasn't in a car accident. The noise wasn't that loud.
I understand what you're saying, but listen to me. Now the doctor is telling you that the injury that he sustained, that's the type of force that takes to sustain that type of injury.
Yes.
Of him being in an accident at going at like 60 miles per hour or some type of blunt force. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And the thing is, like I said with you, is you need to be honest with yourself or whatever, and you need to be honest with me.
Yes.
Okay. Because like I said, we can work this out. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But if you, like I said, don't tell the truth because you think that it's going to get you in trouble or whatever, or, you know, we won't be able to work it out. Let me
There's nothing for me to lie about.
No, listen to me. All right, this is what's going to happen, and there's two ways I can treat you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I can treat you like a person who's made a mistake, who's not a bad person at all, who's made a mistake, or I can treat you like a common criminal. And talking to you right now, okay, you've been very emotional, whatever. I believe that it's possible that you made a mistake. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how I would like to treat you. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not accusing you of anything or anything like that. But I want you to understand some things. This is what's going to happen. A report is going to be written. You know this.
Yes.
That's a given.
Yes.
Okay. He's doing a report. I have to do a report. She has to do a report. All of us, the doctors, have to do their reports or whatever. And the thing is all of this possibly has a chance to go to court. All right. In court, have you ever been arrested before?
Yes.
For what?
About a month and a half ago for a DUI.
DUI? Okay. Did you go to court for that?
No.
Are the charges still pending? Have they been dropped?
Dropped.
They were dropped.
Yes.
So you never went through a trial or anything like that. Let me explain to you how a trial works. This is how a trial works. You have a judge that sits up here. All right? You have the judge. That's the judge. Over here, you're going to have 6 jury members. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This table, prosecutor. Table over here, defense attorney. Okay? That's here. You have court deputies, whatever. And back here in the gallery, he's going to have civilians or whoever who wants to come to court. Okay. Now, they're going to present all this evidence, all our reports and all of this to prosecutors going to present it to the judge or whatever. Defense attorney is going to try and counter whatever the prosecutor says. Understand what I'm saying? Understand where I'm going? Now, he's going to listen, and these 6 people are going to listen. All right? They're going to listen to everything. They're going to listen to all the evidence that's presented or whatever. Now, when they get all that evidence, are they going to, like I say, look at you as some type of monster or whatever, who may have done something to the child and don't care or whatever, don't care what he's done, don't want to own up to it? Or they can look at it and say, you know what, this person may have gotten frustrated, this person may have gotten overwhelmed, didn't know what he was really getting into when he took on taking on the responsibility of caring for his 4-year-old that has somebody that has these issues or whatever, and it's possible that he made a mistake, and we may not need to treat him harshly. We may need to get him some help, get him services in the home, and that's what DCF would do for you. But if you say, no, this happened this way, but all the evidence is pointing towards another way, or whatever, and it comes out that, you know what, you're not showing any remorse, you're not taking responsibility. I'm not finished. You're not showing any remorse, you're not taking any responsibilities, and then they're just going to look at you like you're a common criminal.
He's living with me. Everything that happens to him is my responsibility. I should not have been
Listen to me. I'm not finished. They're going to look at you like you're a common criminal or whatever, and they're going to throw the book at you. I don't want to see that happen to you. Like I said, we can work this out. Okay? Like I said, if you got frustrated and something happened, that's what you need to explain to me. Explain to me exactly what happened. Okay? Because I'm telling you, I'm not blowing smoke up your butt or whatever, anything like that. I'm telling you, your son did not slip and fall on that bathroom floor and sustain those injuries. It's not possible. Cancel that theory. Forget about that. Think about it for a minute. All right? Counsel that. That's not how that happened. Okay? I want you to be a man. I want you to man up. Look at me. Be honest with yourself. Help yourself. Help me understand and tell me exactly what happened.
I'm telling you right now, my main concern now is my son.
Listen to me. That's your main concern?
Yes.
If that's your main concern, be honest with yourself then, because like I said, if you're not honest with yourself or whatever, do you want to have a relationship with your son?
Yes.
Okay, you can have a relationship with your son if mistakes happen. Okay? Mistakes happen all the time. Parents, I'm a parent. Alright? Parents are not perfect. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Nobody's parents, my parents was not perfect. I'm not perfect as a parent. And I know things happen. And my son is 15 years old now. And he frustrates the hell out of me. To where I know sometimes I want to do some things. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I can understand a 4-year-old that's doing certain things and he's wetting the bed like a 4-year-old shouldn't. He's not eating his food. So you're saying he's not gaining any weight or whatever. I can understand how that can be challenging to you. So my thing about it is, like I say, think about it for a minute, and I need you to be honest with yourself. And if you really want to have a relationship with your son, you still can.
I'm trying.
Listen to me. If you made a mistake, I'm gonna tell you a little story. All right, and this is involving my father. Okay, me and my father when I was very young. I was very young. Okay, my father was in the military. All right. Great father, great man. All right, and he was watching me and my brothers and sisters. My mom wasn't home. All right, and we run around, we're playing, we're doing what we do. My dad is trying to relax, hard day work, you know. We're running around, we're playing because we're kids. That's what we do. Making noise, he's telling us to be quiet. Making noise, he's telling us to be quiet. Okay. We sit down for a little bit, we be quiet, we try and watch TV. We get up, we run around playing, wrestling again. About the third time after this, Dad calls one of us in. He calls us in. All right, he's asking us, why won't we be quiet? Why won't we sit down? All right, he's talking to us. And me, I kind of got smart with it. All right. Now he backhands me, or whatever. When he backhands me, his hand caught me across the jaw, and it actually fractured my jaw. All right, you understand what I'm saying? Now, he ended up, he was in the military. He ended up being charged with that. All right, whatever. But you know what? He owned up to it. He didn't try to lie or whatever about it, and he didn't whatchamacallit. He didn't go to jail. He didn't get kicked out of the military or whatever. He got the help that he needed because he got frustrated and snapped. His intentions was not to hurt me, but it did. It happened. You understand what I'm saying? It happened. He owned up to it, and he got the help that he needed. And to this day, right now, me and my father have a great relationship. You understand what I'm saying? So, the thing is, it's like I'm trying to tell you, if you don't own up to it, or whatever, you may not ever have that chance to have that relationship with your son again. And I want you to have a relationship with your son again. And what I'm telling you is, what the doctors is going to tell you, what they're going to tell you, is those injuries that your son sustained did not happen from him falling and slipping on the floor. That from his height, it's totally impossible. You understand what I'm saying? So
yes.
That's why I need you to look at me deep down inside, be a man or whatever, And if you made a mistake, that's what I need you to state. Look, I made a mistake. And this is what happened.
I'm telling you right now, I should not have been yelling at him. I should not have been rushing him out the bathtub. I feel like right now, I've been too hard on him right now. If I wasn't so hard on him since he's been back or whatnot, he wouldn't feel obligated to help him come back to the room.
What does the bathtub have to do with it?
No, the bathroom.
Oh, you just said bathtub.
The bathroom.
Okay.
If I wasn't so hard on him, he wouldn't feel obligated to jump up and rush or whatever.
I understand. I understand what you're saying. But the thing is you need to be honest with yourself.
I didn't even.
You know, and I know that he did not sustain an injury by falling. What? How tall is your son?
I don't know. It's about this height.
Yeah, 2, 3, not even 3 feet.
He didn't hit the side of his head. He was lying on the forehead.
Right. Him falling from that distance. Listen to me. Him falling from that distance to a tile floor, and the way you say he landed on his hand.
His head was not even on the towel when I went to the bathroom. His head was on the carpet.
And there's another point. He fell onto the carpeted floor. So guess what? He definitely wouldn't have sustained that injury. His head, and you said it yourself, that his head did not even hit the floor. His head fell onto carpet. Something that is cushioned that would break his fall. So, my thing is like I said, you want to have that relationship with your son in the future, after this is all over and done with or whatever, and you want some help that you think you deserve, that you do deserve and that you need, whatever, you need to be honest with yourself. You don't need to keep riding with a story that's not true. Because you keep riding with a story that's not true or whatever, it's going to appear that you have something to hide, which I don't believe you do, and that you have no remorse for your son. Your son is laying up in there.
I don't care what happens to him right now. I just want my son to be better. That's all.
Okay. You want your son to be better? You want to have that relationship with him? Tell me exactly what happened.
I told you what happened. Got up for him.
Listen to me. I do want to believe you. But listen to the doctors and listen to the medical personnel. I can't believe that your son, and I refuse to believe that your son fell onto a carpeted floor and it caused that injury. It's not possible. It is not possible, sir.
I'll tell you right now, when I walked in there and I found him, he was lying half in the doorway, halfway in the bathroom, and halfway out the bathroom, whatever. I did not see him fall, but it didn't sound that loud. Like it couldn't have been that hard.
And you're exactly right. And it wasn't that. If he fell in the bathroom, it wasn't that hard.
He didn't have any marks on him when I looked at him. Like, so.
I understand that.
I would not have let him lay down if I thought it was that bad.
No. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that didn't happen. That didn't happen. Now, like I said, I need you to be honest with me. How you pronounce your name?
Wilfred Exilasse.
Mr. Exilasse. Look at me. All right? I need you to be honest with me. I need you to be honest with yourself, sir. Listen to me. I need you to be honest. So you and I can go to court and say, look, Your Honor, jury members, this is what happened. This is what happened, and this is why it happened. Okay? I can't have you, we can't go to court with a story of him saying that, hey, look, he fell on the floor, onto a carpeted floor, and he sustained major injury like that. So if we go into court and we keep saying that, you understand what I'm saying? Those 6 people are going to listen to the doctors. Listen to those doctors coming in and saying, I'm in an interview, I have to call you back. And listen to those doctors and say, you know what? This guy's a monster. He never owned up to what really happened or whatever. And he deserves whatever he gets. And then that judge is going to take all of that into consideration. And no telling what you're going to end up with. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. Like I said, you can explain to them, look, I need some help. I would love for y'all to help me. Or you can take your chances and stick to that story that you know. Listen to me. And stick to that story that you know is not true. You take your chance on them saying, you know what, he's a monster, he's guilty, they send him to jail. Because you know, and I know, sir, that he did not trip and fall on the floor and sustain that injury. It did not happen that way. Medical personnel is not, they don't have a dog in this fight. They have no reason to lie. They have no reason to come up with the conclusion that they came up with. They're not gaining anything. They don't have anything to gain by saying what they say. Now, if his injuries were minor or whatever, like I say, that's how they were stated. They have nothing to gain by saying what they say. You need to be honest with yourself. You need to be honest with us so we can help you. Because if you're not honest with you, we can't help you. There's nothing we can do for you. You're going to be on your own.
To be honest.
I'm saying, look at me, sir. Be honest. My thing is, just, sir, the thing is let it out. Let it go. Okay, it's obviously you need help. It's obvious to me. Be honest with yourself. Like you said, he's doing things that a normal 4-year-old is not going to be doing. Wetting the bed, not eating his food. Come on. You know it's frustrating to you. You know it's causing you a whole bunch of stress. You have to work, you're trying to go to school, you're trying to take care of a 4-year-old or whatever. And you know it's beating you down. Just be honest with yourself.
I did.
Listen to me. There's nothing wrong with a man asking for help. I need help all day long.
I'll take any help I can get. I didn't see him.
Okay. You want the help? You really want help? Be honest with yourself and tell us exactly what happened so we know how to help you. So we'll know what services to render to you.
I'm telling you right now, I did not see him fall. The thump was not that even loud. When I went in the bathroom or whatever, he spit the food out. Felt like he just probably didn't want to eat the cheeseburger at the time or whatever. Then when I told him
when he spit the food out, how did that make you feel?
When he spit the food out, I feel like he's doing it again. But the thing about it is,
what again?
Not eating his food.
And that frustrated the hell out of you.
It frustrated me. But the thing about it is, when I talked to my friend of mine, he told me try not to yell at him, even though I did yell at him or whatnot. And when you yell at him, how does he react to you yelling at him? He runs to do what I tell him to do. But the thing about it is, I shouldn't be yelling at him right now because I don't know what he's going through right now or whatnot. And
okay.
I feel like I'm too hard on him right now. But it's
okay. Well, Like I said, sir, the thing is the only way we can help you is you just be totally honest with us. And I don't feel like you've been totally honest with us. Dig deep down inside, Mr. Exilasse. Please allow me to help you. Because if you don't allow me to help you, there's nothing I can do for you.
I'll take any help that you give me.
Okay. You want the help from us? You need to be honest with us. Because like I said, I can't, go with a story and say, hey, look, yeah, I believe that he fell on the floor and that's it, onto a carpeted floor. Those are your words, a carpeted floor.
When I walked in there, his face was lying on the carpet and his legs was lying on the towel. Oh, what no?
And that's what I'm saying. It's not going to cause that injury. Even if your son had fell probably from the second floor on the steps, down the stairs, he would not have sustained that injury that he has. It's that severe. That severe, your son is in very critical condition. And there's no way possible, not even 1,000,000% chance of your son falling onto a carpeted floor and sustaining that injury. Understand what I'm saying? So, Mr. Exilasse, please help me understand.
I don't understand either. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Let me ask you this, who was home with you?
Nobody was home at the time.
Just you and your son, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I was even in the same room with him when he fell. Like, how am I supposed to know? You want me I can't tell you.
I know.
I just got him back. So.
You just got him back, and do you want to have a relationship with him?
Yes.
Do you want your son?
Yes.
Okay. Then be honest with yourself. Because if you're not being honest.
I am being.
You're not, sir. Listen to me. This is for your good. It's not for me. You understand? This is not for me. Like I said, the only way I can help you is you be totally honest.
I don't know.
I know. My thing is you have to let it go. You have to let it out.
Let what go? I don't know. I just want.
You want your son to be okay?
Yes.
You want to have a relationship with your son?
Yes.
The only way you're going to have a relationship with your son is you be honest.
I'm be honest with you right now. I don't know.
Listen to me. The reason why I have a relationship with my dad right now, listen to me. Or you look at me. The reason why, look at me. You're not looking at me.
I'm listening.
The reason why, because he was honest back then. Yeah, at that moment he got pissed off and he did something that he regretted or whatever. But it happened. It happened and we moved on. Or whatever. He didn't lie about it. He told it. Look, this is exactly what happened. Now, he could have said, I slipped. Oh, me and my brothers were wrestling around. He could have said anything. No. He manned up. He'd own up to it. This is exactly what happened. Like I said, he got the help that he needed. Alright. The only way you're going to get the help that you need, truly get the help that you need, is you own up to what you need help with. You can't make us believe something that didn't happen.
I'm telling you, I should not be yelling at him or not. And I probably shouldn't have make him rush him to eat his food. I probably shouldn't have told him to go back.
None of that causes his injuries.
I don't.
None of that would cause his injuries, sir.
talking to you right now. I've been sitting here the whole time. I'd rather be by my son right now.
I understand. But I need you to tell me exactly what happened, sir.
Tell you exactly what happened. You want me to go through the story again? I'll tell you again.
No, what I want you to do, listen to me. What I want you to do is be honest with yourself and be honest with me. I want you to look me in my eye, be a man, and tell me exactly and tell me exactly what happened.
I'm telling you what happened. I should not have been rushing to come out the bathroom. I do not know.
Sir, listen to me. Him falling on the floor right there.
It shouldn't have done that.
Listen to me. Him falling on the floor, even if he did, him falling on the floor didn't cause that injury. So he didn't get injured there. Okay, he wasn't injured there.
There was nothing that happened between him falling on the floor and him going to sleep. Nothing else happened. So, nothing else happened.
So you don't have anything else to tell me?
Nothing else happened. No, nothing else happened.
You done?
Yes.
You sure?
Nothing else happened, sir.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to tell me?
There's nothing else that happened.
Is there anything else you want to tell me? Anything else you think I should know? Anything? I'm getting ready to conclude our interview. Is there anything else you would like me to know? Anything you want to tell me about you or about your son? I'm getting ready to conclude our interview.
No, I'm telling you, these are conversations I had with my friend Dr. Eisenbud about me yelling at him and about him eating his food and everything. And he's been talking to me and been working with me about dealing with him. I'm telling you right.
Okay, I got all that. Okay, I'm good with that. All right, but my thing is, this is your chance right here. This is your last chance. I'm getting ready to conclude this interview.
What do you want to know? I'm telling you. What do you want?
Okay, are you done?
Yes.
You told me everything that you had to tell me.
Yes.
Okay. And is there anything else you would like me to know? Anything else? Okay. So I'm getting ready to turn the tape off, and I'm going to end the interview. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. But when I do end this interview or whatever, I'm gonna have to say in my report, I'm gonna state in my report that you were not totally honest with me. You understand what I'm just letting you know. I don't want you to be blindsided by anything. Okay. I don't want you to get a copy of the report and say, well, I think I was honest with the deputy. I'm telling you, I'm going to state in my report that I know you're not being totally honest with me. Okay? I'm giving you a chance to tell me exactly what happened. I'm giving you, I want you to state exactly what happened. I would love to put in my report exactly what happened, especially if it was a mistake, especially if you didn't mean to cause the injury that your son has.
Shouldn't I be rushing? Shouldn't I be rushing?
Say again?
I shouldn't have been yelling at him. I shouldn't have. It's my fault. I shouldn't have been yelling at him.
I understand that. It's your fault. Yelling at him is not going to cause those injuries. All right. Let me ask you this. You were the only one home with him, correct?
Yes.
There was nobody else in the home with him?
No.
Okay. So, your actions, it'd be safe to say that whatever your actions were contributed to him sustaining that injury.
The accident, yes.
Okay. Whatever, there's something that you did.
Yelling, yes.
Yelling is not going to cause. I can yell at you. Listen to me. I can yell at you all day long. You can yell at me all day long. It's not going to cause me to have severe head injuries.
Me rushing him out that bathtub caused this to happen.
Out the bathtub?
At the bathroom caused this to happen. Because the bathroom made this happen. Me rushing him out made it happen. Or whatever. It's my fault. Me rushing him out made it happen. I'm telling you, I should never have been yelling at him. I shouldn't have been rushing him. I shouldn't have been making him eat his food. I should have just...
So you're saying it's your fault that...
I shouldn't have been rushing him.
But you saying it's your fault that he's laying in the hospital?
Yes, I shouldn't have been rushing him.
Okay. Listen to me. You rushing him did not cause that injury. Is there anything else you think you want to tell me? Anything else? Okay, let me ask you this. Are you willing to take a voice stress analysis test?
Sure.
Huh?
Sure. Okay.
Are you?
Sure.
Okay. Voice stress analysis test, I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. It's something like a lie detector test. All right, it's going to tell us, I mean, it's very accurate. It's nothing tricky. We're not going to ask you any trick questions. I'm going to ask you my partner's going to ask you two straightforward questions. And you answer them yes, and you answer them no. Okay? And it's going to tell me whether you're being truthful, or it's going to tell me whether you're being dishonest.
Okay.
All right? And if you're being truthful or whatever, and you are being truthful, the test is going to tell me. And you know what? That's what I have to state in my report. You know what? He took voice stress analysis test, and he was being truthful.
Okay.
Okay? But if it shows deception, I'm going to have to put in my report, he was asked this question, and it showed deception.
Okay.
Okay? And like I said, my thing is I know, medical personnel know that those injuries were not caused by him falling on the floor. Okay? I want you to understand that before we go into this test.
Okay.
Okay? Anything else you think I should know? Anything else you would want to tell me before we conclude this interview? Okay. Do you have a ride to the sheriff's office?
No.
How did you get down here?
I rode an ambulance.
You rode in an ambulance. Okay. Do you mind me transporting you to the sheriff's office so you can take this test?
Can you do it? I don't want to leave the hospital. Can you bring it here?
No. It has to be done at the sheriff's office because it's a computer system set up. It's in a room.
I don't want to leave the hospital right now.
Okay. My thing is you really don't have a choice. The test is going to be done now. Is it going to be done now, or it's not going to be done? Understand what I'm saying?
I don't want. You can't.
It can't be done here. I can't move that computer and all that and bring it here. It's totally impossible. Okay? Is there anything else you think I should know?
No.
Nothing else?
No.
Okay? And the story that you're telling me that's the truth?
Yes.
Okay? All right. This will conclude the interview, and the time is approximately 5:03 hours.